Hello, good morning, students. I welcome you in today's session. Dear students, as you know, in our previous lecture, we learn about the types of farming, methods of farming, institutional reforms, technical reforms in the field of agriculture. Now, in our today's session, lesson number 10, agriculture resources in India. New topic I will explain you, that is about green revolution. When we are discussing about the green revolution, first of all we need to understand the word revolution. What is revolution? Revolution means drastic change in any system, any method. You heard in history about the Russian Revolution, American Revolution. You heard about the White Revolution, Green Revolution, Industrial Revolution. Means drastic change in the method of production, drastic change in any social system or any ideology. It means revolution. Same way in agriculture field, after independence, especially after 1960, lot of change in agriculture field. As we discuss about the technical reforms, institutional reforms and method of farming, already we discussed, that is revolution. Due to this revolution, per hectare production increase, quality change. So let us we discuss as per the textbook, page number 86, what is green revolution. Green revolution took place in India in the decade of 1960. But before that, there was a time when there was an acute shortage of food grains in the country. Before 1960, India was importing the food grains. Sufficient production of wheat, jowar, maize, bajra, other cereals, pulses, vegetables, fruits, production was not sufficient to meet the demand of people. So before 1960, India was importing the food grains. Because such type of irrigation facility was not there, such kind of agricultural equipments were not available, drip irrigation, sprinkler, tractor, thresher, tube wells, multi-purpose projects, fertilizers, improved seeds were not available. Farmers were also not affordable, and our country's financial condition was also not good, and a traditional method. So why the per hectare production was less, and acute shortage of food grains in India before 1960. But after 1960, due to these reforms, per hectare production increase, and today we are in a condition to export the food grains. About 4 times per hectare production increase today. So textually, green revolution topic we are learning. What we discuss, before 1960 we were importing the food grains, After 1960, Green Revolution took place. And as an agrarian country, India had to import the food grains. It does not a good sign. The country was struggling against such a dependent condition during the freedom struggle. And even after the independence, 1 decade, India was struggling in such a dependent condition. Means for the food grains, India depend on other countries. So here, after 1960, extraordinary increase in the agricultural production. After 1960, extraordinary increase in the agricultural production because of improved seeds, increased use of chemical fertilizers, intense efforts of the farmers, widespread arrangement for electricity distribution, improved facility in irrigation, etc. is known as Green Revolution. So, on 87 page, first point, your direct answer beta, what is Green Revolution? Let us revise. Extraordinary increase in the agricultural production because of improved seeds, increased use of chemical fertilizers, intense efforts of the farmers, widespread arrangement for electricity, improved facility in irrigation, etc. is known as a Green Revolution. Main objective of Green Revolution was to increase agricultural production. Fill in the blanks. What is the main objective of the Green Revolution? Main objective of the Green Revolution was to increase agricultural production. And you can see this objective fulfilled after 1960, 3 to 4 times agricultural production increase in India due to this improved seeds, hybrid seeds, chemical fertilizers, good irrigation facility, and efforts of the farmers. Due to all these factors, agricultural production increase, means our objective fulfilled. Farmers were encouraged to use chemical fertilizers and insecticides more and more. For that, government give subsidies, loan, financial help, as we discussed, and this lead to attain the target to increase agricultural production. In short, agricultural production increased due to Green Revolution. There has been a record production of wheat and paddy due to the Green Revolution. Record breaking per hectare production. More land brought under cultivation due to multi-purpose project, due to tube wells, canals, ponds, check dams. More land is brought under cultivation and more cultivation of the wheat and paddy crop, and two main major crop of India which we use in our dieting. So wheat and paddy production increase due to Green Revolution. Where there was a scarcity of food grains in the country before 1960, today there is sufficient storage of food grains. Today sufficient storage of food grains, means buffer stock our government has. Surplus production, which is storage in our godown, and once we were importing. Today we have a sufficient storage of the food grains in our government godown. So any disaster, drought occur, any epidemic break out, excessive rainfall and crop fail, but a country is able to meet the demand of food grains in adverse condition. That is due to green revolution. Once drought was a hazard of regular interval in India. Means frequently this drought occur in our country. Continuous 2-3 years, no rainfall, less rainfall, and it was tough in the previous generation to face this adverse condition. But today, if less rainfall or no rainfall, even though due to green revolution and good irrigation facility, we are able to face this adverse condition like less rainfall, no rainfall. We can easily face the situation, and we do not experience any hardship to fulfill the demands of food grains. That is due to green revolution. Its adverse effects are not seen after the green revolution. Point is here, means after 1960 many years are there, no rainfall, less rainfall in many territory of India, but we do not feel such kind of adversity. Means food grains easily available, grass for the cattle available due to the canal and multi-purpose project, due to the tube wells, check dams. No rainfall, even though cultivation possible, it means we do not experience adverse effect of the drought. So that is the point. Due to the buffer stock of food grains, the condition of drought of scarcity are faced conveniently. Means easily we can face this adverse condition, and a shortage of food grains not experienced. Otherwise, starvation, hunger become a major problem. When no rainfall, less rainfall, then two major problem, hunger and starvation. Okay, both are synonym types of word, right? But it is today not. That is due to green revolution. The sufficiency in food grain is a landmark of historical achievement of green revolution. Today, India is self-sufficient in the matter of food grain. It is a landmark achievement in the history. Today, the production of cash crop has increased, and the production of pulses and other seeds has decreased with the repetition of the same crop. To reach the stage where other countries of the world have progressed using better technology in agrarian field, developed countries, other countries who adopted new technology and they progress. If India want to reach at the same place, we need to adopt new technology. We will have to be ready for next green revolution. No doubt, due to green revolution, lot of improvement and production increase in agriculture in India, but till we will have to ready for next green revolution. Next green revolution means till whatever changes research took place in agricultural field in the world at the same speed, India need to do the research work. India need to adopt this new technology and need to increase the production and method of production and storage of the agro products and selling method. It means institutional reforms, technical reforms we need to adopt which are taking place in the world to reach to the new stage of green revolution. Thank you. Jai Bharat.